Hello, everyone. My name is Tyler Curl. I'm president of the Jacksonville Jewish Center. It was great to see so many of you join us in person this year for Yom Kippur. It was a great end to what I would consider a very rough few years. I would consider the beginning of the pandemic now to have been a long time ago, when the strange combination of panic and dread, alongside the relative peace and quiet of the lockdowns, when the sound of traffic disappeared from the roads and contrails disappeared from the sky, when the wildlife started retaking the city around us. I began taking many of my innumerable conference calls at work while walking around my neighborhood, exploring places I'd never been before, something I never would have considered while working in the office. My colleagues organized virtual happy hours where we'd mock each other's uncut hair and play trivia games. We didn't even have to drive home afterward. I got to like being locked down. All over America, people felt this new freedom from place. Where you were didn't matter anymore, as long as you knew who you were. In the corporate world, it culminated in what they called the Great Resignation, as the virtual workspace opened these seemingly endless opportunities to work for anyone, anywhere, and from anywhere. But as the days wore on and things began reopening, these habits started to lose their novelty. People began reverting to the old habits of gathering in the classic analog style. As people started going off to real happy hours, our Zoom happy hours started to begin to look a little more like a gathering of sodden regulars you might see in a smoky local watering hole at 2 p.m. on a weekday. There wasn't really anything happy about it. Many of the people who had left their jobs in that fit of wanderlust found themselves disconnected from their new coworkers. This new community had moved on without them after clocking out to their own happy hours. It turned out those early lockdown days and the joys of it were drawing on some social capital that had been meticulously accumulated over many years of in-person interactions. And once it was gone, simply moving to a virtual social circle didn't replenish it. The point here is that place is the seed of any community. A community without a sense of place is one that is gradually disappearing as its social capital is consumed. As Jews, this is not a foreign concept. The prominence with which Israel holds in our hearts is a testament to the importance of place. So even when you're not there, place is important to your identity and your community. As a rabbi noted on Rosh Hashanah, you can meet up with old friends online, but you can't get to know the ones you do not yet know exist. This is a particularly important point for me and my family. As a Jew by choice, and where both me and my wife are not natives to Jacksonville, our family spread far and wide across the hemisphere. We have no other community here to fall back on. When we first came here to the Jacksonville Jewish Center, many of you, probably watching today, hosted us in your homes for a Shabbat meal, a break fast, or a Seder, and you've done so for many years. That provided us an intimacy of community that we simply didn't have here in Jacksonville before we joined the Jacksonville Jewish Center. But we all met here, under this roof, in this place. This place is important to all of us in our community, not just people in my circumstance. And that's why our high holiday appeal is so important. It takes a great deal of love and attention and money on part of our staff to help keep this place operational. Without this place, our community will be destined to crumble. No matter how strong interpersonal relationships we have with one another today, there's nowhere to forge new ones. Every day, new families are moving to Florida, and some will move here and join our community. It's my hope that one day, someone from one of these families will be standing here before you on this very bima, or the other one, possibly with some updated upholstery, making the same appeal to keep our strong community strong. This appeal is not just a financial appeal to support this place, but a personal one. During the lockdowns, it is painfully obvious. As crucial as this place is to the survival of our community, when it's empty, it's nothing more than a thing. It's a building devoid of life. Like two hands trying to clap or wash themselves alone, our place, our community, were separated to the benefit of neither. This is an appeal for financial and personal support. To use this place to build your community. Whether it's playing basketball in our gymnasium or in Beth Shalom Park, playing mahjong in the bridal lounge, or having play dates on our playground instead of another park in town. Use this place to build your community around. Use this place to start those connections. Every little bit helps. We say this a lot in the financial campaigns, but it's true of the personal campaigns as well. Every interaction you bring here is the potential to bring someone else into your fold, into your community, to build those connections. Those connections can go anywhere. They can go anywhere else in town, but they start here. The financial goal of this campaign this year is to raise $400,000. It sounds like a lot of money, but for a community this size, it really isn't. Think about what it takes for Israelis to maintain their community. We don't even have compulsory service for anyone. Also, we have generous donors who have arranged for matching grants, which will match dollar for dollar every dollar you contribute this year. And in addition, if you give more than you did over last year's contribution, or if you didn't give last year, that will be matched at double that, $2 for every dollar donated. So that goal is much more manageable when you think about those numbers. There really is no better time to support our community, and any amount will keep us together here. Going back to that personal campaign, every little bit helps. Now that's the personal campaign. The personal campaign is for every family, every member family to contribute something to the High Holiday campaign. Any amount helps. So for those of you who are not with us on Yom Kippur, or have not yet returned the pledge cards that have been sent, please recognize how important this time is to pledge your support to this place and to your community. I appreciate your time and your consideration. Thank you, and Shana Tova to you all.